The Mind Buzz, now partnered with My Grito Industries.
The Mind Buzz is powered by Mind Buzz Media. Mind Buzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mind Buzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more.
The Mind Buzz Podcast.
Mario 81. What is up, Mind Buzz universe? Welcome back to another podcast episode of the Mind Buzz, partnered with My Grito Industries. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Gil, your host, and working the board this evening is the one and only Amber. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You doing well?
I am well. I'm a little sleepy, but
What time did you go to sleep last night?
Oh, same time you did, like 1:30.
Yeah. That's a constant on Wednesday evenings, ladies and gentlemen, because we have the Puro Laughs open mic presented by Delic Comedy and Mind Buzz Media in the city of Paramount. It was an awesome night. I don't have my list with me, or else I would give all the 23, 24 comics a shout out, but maybe I would do that on the next one. We'll see. Let's see, what else do we got? Do you have anything, Amber, for this week going into next week?
For this week we don't.
We're good? Headphones?
Yeah.
What number is
It's 2.
Okay.
2 or 1?
No, I think one is you.
1? Well, no, we share one. There we go.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
You got it?
Better.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm blowing my ears up.
Yeah, we have a splitter, so we share the same channel.
Copy. Okay.
Gotcha. Do we have anything, Amber?
No.
No?
No, we don't, right?
Just next
Oh,
week.
next Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday we have Vaino Viernes, right?
Yeah.
31st? Yeah. So next Friday we have Vaino Viernes at Horchateria. We're going to have 2 vinyl DJs coming out and spinning some records. That is from 8 to 10. So come hang out with us, have a beer, and enjoy some music.
Cool. And are we gonna disclose those DJs?
Oh,
Do you
sure.
have the flyer? Can you pull up the
I
flyer?
do.
Pull up the flyer, and we can get into today's guest after we talk about our next event.
I do. Why is it not popping up? All
Right
right,
there.
here we go.
There we go. It is beautiful. It's
There we
cute.
go.
It's nice. I wonder if I would. Okay, never mind.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say.
You know, my designs are cute and retro. So
I know, but I'm just thinking, if I was a vinyl, like how would.
if you were a vinyl, what
If
would
I
you
was
look like?
yeah, if I would look round like that, but that's without saying, but
With glasses.
with glasses. All right.
Your center would be brown, not yellow.
I
Yeah.
mean, you did just put up your face on Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
So
I was doing-
I think you could put that on that little vinyl. Should try that.
That's God talking, by the way, guys.
Vinyl
The
Vietnamese,
abyss.
vinyl Vietnamese, vinyl DJ spinning. What is is that 80s? 80s and rock in Espanol.
80s and rock en español.
Cool. So why don't you go ahead and tell us
Yeah,
about
so we're
the
gonna
event?
have well, I already said we have 2 DJs spinning vinyl, 80s rock en español, and it's I think you want me to say who it is, right?
Mhm.
So it's gonna be Oscar and Rob from My Grito. So they're gonna bring out their system and they're gonna be spinning some vinyl there for all of y'all.
There you go.
If you don't know who they are,
Google it.
go look. Go look.
That is right. Cool. And this is happening May 31st, 2024, and that is next week.
Yep.
Right? Next Friday?
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. And if you are around the Paramount area Friday, which is tomorrow, there's going to be a cool Gooselings improv. So it's an improv group that come out and does some improv comedy. It's fun. It's really good. Those guys put on a good show. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, let's get into today's guest. He is a miracle. He's been doing podcasts for a long time. He does live production. He does live podcasts. He does live audio engineering for the Michelada Rumble.
He DJs.
He's a promoter of all these cool events going on around, and I'm excited to talk to him about it. He is the one and only Mario 81 from Pigzradio.
I've never been introduced as a miracle. That's a little different.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you
God
going with
damn.
He's a
Like,
miracle.
all right.
He's a miracle in my eyes.
Man of many hats, many traits, many hobbies, for sure. What a kind introduction. Thanks, Gil.
Yeah,
You're
of
a
course.
miracle.
He's a miracle. I mean,
What do you
come
want,
on.
Gil? What do you want?
He took me away for one full day. He's your miracle, Amber.
He's my miracle. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That was, yeah, I mean,
I'll sell you later.
Gil and I, we went on an adventure. We went to Tijuana to go check out some lucha libre at Crash, and that was an adventure. That was
Dude.
good time.
It was awesome, man.
Good time.
When I got that text message about, are you in for an adventure?
That's exactly how I opened this
Yeah.
up. Just, hey, what's up? You up for an adventure?
Yeah.
And then you asked him, right, if he had a passport? I'm
Yeah.
like, where the hell is he taking
Well, I mean,
you?
there's no point in me asking, do you want to go on an adventure if you can't go on the adventure?
Yeah.
So, like, hey, you want to go on an adventure? Do you have a passport, by the way? But if you get a text message that says that, you know whatever's going to follow that
Yeah.
after that's going to be fucking awesome, right?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
No one's regular conversation ever starts off like, I don't know, lame. Like, not like that.
I hate when people text, hey,
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
and then you're like, what do you want?
I think that a lot of people, at least when I do that, I make sure like, hey, can you text right now?
Yeah,
That, you know?
yeah, absolutely.
Or, you know.
But you're giving some substance. Let me reiterate my. I hate that. I don't hate anything, but I just like when they say hey, and then I reply, and then I don't get anything for like an hour. There you go.
Well, I mean, the other person's busy. I know. I hate it when I don't get responses too. It's not my favorite thing, only because normally it's always like, oh shit, I need an answer now to move forward with something else. So
Right.
that if I'm stuck in limbo, it's like, all right, I can't move on certain things. So I get that.
But at a certain point, you make a phone call, right?
I mean, if in my case, because I'm dyslexic as fuck,
Yeah.
I so many things are coming at me at one time. I try to attack the most,
Yeah.
whatever's more important at that given fucking moment. I'm like, all right, focus on this, then everything else can wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And sometimes when that happens, this thing that can wait a little bit turns into a lot of bit.
Right.
So
Because that's what happened with our conversation. Like, it took me a full day to give you a yes.
I was just like, why are you dicking me around, dude? Like, yes or no? And I'm like, dude, yeah, you're right. That shit pissed me off. Like, goddamn. And it took
Yeah.
a whole two.
It took a day.
Days to like
Thinking
figure out
about it.
like if you're gonna go or not.
Yeah.
And then to come to find out like you don't work. I'm like, motherfucker, you could have like been told me. But it's all good.
And I had to be like, did you answer Mario?
Oh,
Did you tell
see?
him? See, it was
Right
even
now.
me.
Right now, when we get home. When we go home, I'll
People
give him a
think-
call.
People are gonna think like, oh, maybe he had to ask Amber. He did ask me, but I
had
said
to
yes
ask.
right away. I said yes right
I mean,
away.
you have to when you live with someone, and yeah, dude, it's
Right?
it's just it's respect, letting the other person know,
Yeah.
like, hey, man,
Yeah, I'm going into another country. I've never been into another country without Amber. She's my translator. She's my support animal, dude. So,
she's your everything.
yeah. So,
I wonder how you existed without Amber.
I don't know. I don't know how the
Not
show
very good.
produces without Amber. I know.
I mean, did the show exist before Amber?
Yeah, but it got better.
Okay,
No,
instantly.
it didn't exist before me.
What do you mean?
The Mind Buzz?
No, you started it when we were together.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
We're all fighting. You're making us fight, Mario.
I'm not. I'm just asking questions here.
But yeah, it took a full day, dude. It was amazing. The drive. It was just cool to hang out with you, talk to you a little bit
Yeah.
on the way to TJ.
I'm not gonna lie. When I asked Gil, I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into. I've only met Gil, I don't know, twice, I think, before that, and I think we talked once. I don't know. I forget how it is, but we haven't had many interactions.
Yeah.
So when I went ahead and asked, I'm like, fuck, dear God, please don't be a goddamn weirdo. Like, this is going to be the most awkwardest 2 hours there and back and everything else in between. No, but Gil wasn't weird at all. You know, I was afraid that he was being kidnapped a couple times because he just wanders off. He doesn't say shit. Before you know it, he's across the street looking at two dudes playing the xylophone in some weird fucking remote house area right, across the street. It's the same block as the auditorium that we're going in, and I turn around like, oh fuck, Gil's been taken already. Like, God, where's Leslie Nielsen when you fucking need him? So then I look, and then he's standing in the middle of the street recording. I'm like, bro, get out of the fucking middle of the street. Like, people, I mean, if you've never been to TJ, people don't give a flying fuck how you drive.
Yeah.
Like, putazo avisa, like, you're gonna get hit if you're not playing the offensive like the entire time. So the whole entire time, like, dude, Gil's gonna get fucking run
You're
over.
just sitting in your car. watching
He's missing already, and the whole time, like, what the fuck am I gonna tell Amber? Like, I mean, I'm sure she knows. She probably has like one of those like, little monkey backpacks with the fucking handle on it, so you don't get lost when you guys go out somewhere on vacation. I'm sure she has that. I didn't have that with me for you, so I was a little fearful from time to time. But as we see, he's here, he's back. I think he learned a couple more words in Spanish.
That was an actual conversation when we were out there. Like, if I get lost, like, what would be the conversation between you and Amber?
I just told her you fucking wandered off.
Yeah.
Like, that's a you bad. Like,
But we like practiced before, and I was like, all right, I'm okay.
you practiced
What?
before.
Yeah.
I said, what happens if you lose Mario, like, in the crowd? What are you gonna do? Who didn't say? And I'm like, just go back to the car. Remember where your car is at. Like, I swear, you're laughing, but it's true.
Gail, let me ask you, if we would have been separated at some fucking point, would you have remembered how to get back to the car without the xylophone player playing?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but okay.
You pinned
wasn't-
his location? Did you pin your location?
No, but it was.
So
it
you would
wasn't
have been lost already.
Dude, it wasn't. It
They
wasn't
would have cut
crazy.
you up and stuff you full of fucking cocaine.
It wasn't that bad. It
all
wasn't
your
that
kidneys.
crazy. Maybe. Take my kidneys.
How would you,
They would have gave him
asked?
back.
How would you have told someone you were lost? Let's see, you're in the scenario right now.
Mom.
Okay.
he wipes
lost.
he wipes the tears out of his eyes first.
Walking like this.
With the moco running down.
My Amber told me to call the police.
I should have put a note in your pocket.
No, I'd be smart about it. I'd call you and have you translate
True,
for me.
True, you have a phone.
That's what I would do.
Oh, okay.
I'd call Amber. Hey, dude, I'm lost. I'm standing in front of this stranger. Can you tell them that I'm lost
That
and that
makes
I'm
sense.
looking for Mario?
This is where you get yourself those new Google earbuds that came out that are $160 that it actually translates.
In real time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. There's the Google Translate. I totally forgot
Yeah, the
about
one
that.
that we used when we went to Japan.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot
konnichiwa.
about that.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
But Gil wouldn't have thought about that. He would have been fucking crying talking about
he
your
would've
Amber.
been like, oh.
yeah. They have those in real time?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I haven't tried them or anything. I just saw the commercial for them. I'm like, oh shit, that looks pretty cool.
Dude,
Dang, that's crazy.
the technology, man.
Right? The future is now.
The future is right now.
See, and I still think, like, when I was telling you, like, debriefing you, like, what are you going to do? I didn't even think of a cell
Debriefing.
phone. I didn't even think of a cell phone, but I forget that we have cell phones.
I
that
know.
We freaking do shit.
I know that it's more than Instagram. I got to remember that, dude. It's more than Instagram.
These things have become so. I don't even know what the right word is.
Are you dependent on your phone, Mario?
I mean, who isn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who fucking isn't? I hate it. This shit
Yeah.
feels like a crazy drug, man. Whatever it is that's in this shit to like wrap our brains and feed us the stuff and whatever all that shit is addicting.
It's working, dude.
Fuck yeah. And the crazy part is like with all the shit that I do, nowadays my company depends on this type of social media exposure and doing stuff. I mean, maybe I should be doing way more with it, but definitely it's what's needed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a dinosaur when it comes to this stuff. I've been doing this stuff for 25 fucking years. And I came from a world where we used to print our flyers and we went to go pass them out after shows and stand outside of doors, and people don't do that anymore.
No.
Trippy part is I still do. I slowed down because that shit got expensive as fuck right after the pandemic. So do I want to spend my money on online marketing, or do I want to spend that on fucking flyers that either people might just throw away, may not want it? It's a gamble.
Do you think that's coming back, that style of marketing? Or no?
As I'm still doing it, I don't
Yeah.
really see anyone out there. I may see one other club doing something.
That's a novelty,
periodically.
dude.
It is.
To see somebody do that, barking.
Is that what it's
Right?
called?
I don't know. That's what they call it in comedy.
Barking?
Barking.
What do you mean? Like
When you go, like, say if you get say if you get a spot, right, at a comedy club,
Sure.
and you need to bring in like 5 people.
Okay.
So they give you like X amount of flyers. You write your name on the back of it, and you hand the flyer to the people walking around. And if they decide to come to the club, that flyer with your name on the back, it shows how many people you actually brought in while you're barking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned that like a few weeks ago on this comedy show called Crashing.
Okay.
I think it's an East Coast thing. I don't think maybe people used to do it back in the day in LA.
I mean, it's a great way to track, very, very primitive way of getting some analytics. But hey, what you did, you put in work. You put in work, and I mean, did it pay off? Did anyone come? Did you, did you cherry pick who you wanted to give a flyer to? Did you just give it to anyone who doesn't look like they even care about what the fuck you're doing?
Yeah.
Do you think that I don't know why I feel like maybe handing out flyers, I'm not gonna say it's like 100% more effective, but I feel like unless you have like 150,000 or whatever crazy amount of followers on certain platforms, your reach goes further, right?
Right.
But if you don't, like, I mean, I wonder what like the average is of people actually like seeing the flyer, because they could see your flyer but just scroll, right, and they see it, versus you giving it to someone and being like, hey, we're having a show, come out. Like, I wonder if the reach is more with passing out in person.
It's a little, it's up and down. It's a mix. I mean, because you can scroll by something even if you get to it, writing the right hashtag, tagging the right amount of people, paying some money behind it, and having it advertised for you, and who knows if that actually has reaches or not. I mean, it's the same gamble as you go pass out flyers. Not everyone wants a fucking flyer.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised, even though you're there at an event enjoying whatever type of music that is, and you would think that like, hey, this is going to cater towards you. Not everyone takes it.
Yeah. Do you think with your audience that a physical flyer is more effective than a digital flyer?
It's not even about the audience. It's just more the vibe.
Yeah.
You getting something from someone, you look at it and you get excited about
exactly.
what you're seeing.
Right.
And you can't scroll I mean, I guess you can. You can just toss the motherfucker instantly. But I remember when I was going out, mind you, I grew up without the social media, without the Facebooks and none of that shit. So when you got flyers, that was your social media. That was like, oh, fuck, here's the next party. Like, this is where we're going. Oh, shit, that's a cool design. I'm going to put that shit up on my wall, like, or save that for later. There was like something to it.
Yeah.
To holding on and touching it and like looking at it and admiring it and like, fuck, I don't know, it gave me a vibe.
Yeah.
So I try to continue that same feeling and implement live when I possibly can. It's a lot of grind, man. I mean, some people just pay a street team. I am a fucking street team amongst everything else.
So what else do you do? Like, I know that I said like 2 things: you DJ and you podcast and you're an interviewer. But like, what are some of the things that you do? I don't even know, dude.
I guess-
Give
tell
us
me.
a timeline. What came first?
Yeah.
You know what? DJing came first. I started DJing when I was 15 years old through my church. They used to let us do. They used to let us DJ at the church carnivals.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's how I kind of started. So at 15, and then I liked it. It was a crazy thing. It was like this church group of young individuals. It was like a co-op setting. Someone came talk to us about business. And we're like, hey, let's start a business. But he came, I don't know, he already had the intention of us trying to be like a basketball team business, which was weird. and we're all like, I don't know, I think it was like 6 or 7 of us. They're just all young kids, and we all looked at each other. That's fucking stupid. Like, no. And then one of the dudes is already a DJ, like, hey, we can throw parties and charge, and he can DJ. And we're like, yeah, let's do that. So we did a few of those, and then as just time went on, everyone just, oh, we don't want to do this. I'm like, what the fuck? I like this. That was kind of like my first taste of that, and then I started to DJ after that. So then after that, I got into the club world. I ended up getting I'm a huge Morrissey Smith fan, and I remember coming out of a concert and getting a flyer for a flyer for the Morrissey Smith convention that was coming up. Went to that, and from there, I got a flyer for a place called Club London. Club London used to run on Sunday nights at Vertigo's. This amazing fucking club. You could fit up to fucking 800 people in that motherfucker. 2 rooms. It had an amazing patio, and this was in the it's somewhere in the 2000s. I fucking forget. But this was where indie was fucking big, Spanish rock, 80s, that alternative underground scene, and I mean, there was Bar Sinister, but that was like really hardcore at the time, where it was like definitely industrial and, you know, bondage, and you're getting whipped if you want to get whipped and shit. So very different scene, but kind of what that version of goth at that time period was kind of doing, because they were doing all the dark stuff back then. So shout out to Dennis and Vertigo's. So I fell in love with that. And then from there, I'm like, dude, that reminded me of throwing the parties or being part of the carnivals, and then throwing our own little things at the church. Like, shit, this is the exact same thing, but just not in a fucking church hall. But then again, some events are in a church hall, so
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that kind of started. So then I got into producing clubs and live events and doing dance nights and bands, shit ton of bands for many, many, many years. Learn how to do sound from there. So started doing sound for myself. I didn't want to pay for a fucking sound guy. Say, gotta fucking keep all the overhead down.
Yeah.
I already owned the speakers because I DJ'd. Like, all I needed was to buy extra components and learn how to do it.
So when did you start Pigzradio?
Fuck, I think 15 years ago, whatever the math is on that.
That is
Oh, wow.
freaking wild, dude.
2010.
That is crazy.
I was doing podcasting before podcasting was cool.
Yeah, man. How did you even get into that?
Went to radio school.
Oh.
I went to the Academy of Radio and Television Broadcasting, or in Huntington Beach. I used to hear the commercials on K-Rock. You know, I always listen to K-Rock, and those commercials come on. Like, fuck, I want to do radio. I visited that school once. I wasn't, I don't know. It just didn't match up at that point for me. And I think about 10 years later, I revisited that whole thing, and then I went for it at that point. So then started from there.
Dang, that's cool.
From the school?
Yeah, that's where the whole idea came from. Because the goal was to go work for radio.
Yeah.
And it's a very crazy competitive market. I mean, they told us right before we graduated, like, hey, if you want to make it big, you need to leave the state. I'm like, I'm not leaving the fucking state.
Leave the state.
Well, California, especially at least leave your city and go somewhere fucking far. Because LA is the second biggest market for radio.
Right.
So super competitive.
Versus New York.
New York. So that means you need to go somewhere where it's fucking nobody'sville and grow your platform, and you there gain, bust your chops and then come back.
Yeah.
I don't got time for that. I got things here. So I tried getting into radio, couldn't get in. I tried getting into K-Rock. I became friends with K-Rock people, but I didn't get to go in there. But it was all good because at the same time, this is when everything started changing. We had a conversation about this, like the world changed. Ever since Janet Jackson showed her nipple, ever since then, the world became fucking sensitive to everything.
Hold on, before we move on, Brazilian. Who has had Brazilian barbecue?
Oh my god.
Fancy people. I've had Brazilian barbecue here.
My mind
I've had it
was
here.
blown.
We hit up this all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue spot in Tijuana. Holy fuck.
When he told me you guys were eating Brazilian barbecue, because I was like, oh, me imaginé, like, you guys are going to get there and you're going to hit tacos. And then he's like, we're at a Brazilian barbecue. And I'm like, you're at a Brazilian barbecue in Tijuana? I was like, you went to Mexico to eat Brazilian barbecue.
Hey, that shit was badass. I mean,
it was amazing.
My original goal was to go to, where's the place with the lobster? I forget the name.
Oh, Puerto Nuevo?
Yeah, there you go. So the goal was to go. There was a 40-minute drive, cool. But then I thought about it. It's like, well, we can. It's another 40 minutes back. I wanted to go to the meet and greet and hang out. Like, you know what? This place is literally like 2 blocks away from here. Like, you know what? Let's just do this and then we'll go grab tacos after. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. And Gil was just like blown away. It's like almost like a 5-star restaurant. Like it
felt like it.
Yeah, it's a really nice restaurant. They're very tentative to you. They make sure you are good. People go in there dressed really nice. Not so nice like Gil that day. But everyone is in there. You could tell it's fancy.
It was really good.
Fancy spot, and the food's fucking amazing. It's all you can eat.
It was amazing. And over Brazilian barbecue, we talked about the event or the situation that changed entertainment, right? And
I mean, that was a big shock moment.
That's so crazy. And what we're talking about is the
Super Bowl halftime show with Janet Jackson showing her nipple.
That is crazy. Like how that moment changed a lot, especially with because you got at least a few years over Amber and I. We were teenagers when that shit happened, but you were actually involved in or getting into entertainment back then.
Yeah, it did. At that point, I think with the podcast, before, definitely different time.
Yeah,
it was way more raunchier.
And not just not just podcasting,
everything.
But radio,
everything.
TV, sitcoms.
I mean, at that time they had fucking Ralph Sex You on K-Rock on Thursday mornings, and all they did was talk about fucking dirty, sexy shit and why people got fucking STDs or whatever the fuck, man. Anything related to fucking, they had it on there on Thursday mornings, and that's on the drive to fucking school. Like, what the fuck? That's amazing. Yes, sign me up for that. And it used to be wild.
Howard Stern was
that was another crazy motherfucker. I love Howard Stern. Growing up in the 90s, I would listen to I used to love the morning show with the Baker Boys. I used to listen to them. Jamie, Frosty and Frank, Heidi and Frank, Kevin and Bean. Obviously Big Boy would have his stuff in the morning after Baker Boys, either whatever the fuck happened to them and he got replaced. So yeah, man, fucking radio's always been there for a long time.
So how did it like really change from because of the nipple thing?
The world, I don't know, dude. I mean, once again, why did rap change? Why you used to hear way more crazier shit? I mean, the days of Eminem are gone. I mean, that dude rapped about killing people and fucking crazy shit. You don't hear shit like that no more.
I think as a culture, in whether it's music, entertainment, I think it reaches a certain level, like a peak.
You think that peaked already?
I think it peaked, and there's a slight downward motion towards it. But I think there's a new generation that evolves into where there's going to be another rise and another peak again.
We'll see when that happens.
But different.
But different. Yeah, but different. Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whatever that wave would be.
Right. Like and another thing is why would something like that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it...
You mean the peak?
Yeah.
Everything has a fucking peak, man. Nothing lasts forever.
Right.
Nothing in this world lasts forever. You enjoy it while it lasts, and however long the popularity or whatever the fuck, or people like me who won't stop doing it because they love it.
Do you think it was planned because of that? I think we talked about this.
I'm pretty sure, dude. Everything's planned.
Yeah.
Why else would she have fucking a nice studded heart around that shit?
Wait, what?
There was she had like this nipple thing, like it looked like a piercing, or I'm sure it was a piercing. It looked like this sun thing around it.
Really?
Yeah. Don't act like you haven't seen it.
I remember it.
But America's bottom line was a nipple on national TV?
Well, I mean, what else has ever happened like that? Really?
There hasn't been
Yeah.
anything like
'Cause
that.
it was what, live TV?
It was live TV.
It was
Oh,
live.
it was live.
There was no delay on it or anything.
Well,
like
now since then, there's a bunch of delay. Even radio. When you listen to radio right now, the radio is actually recorded at least a minute to 2 minutes before it's aired, and then there's someone there on their finger ready to hit the live dump when something happens.
Right.
So there's now implemented things to delay stuff. So yeah. There's delays on
but
everything.
there was a case even before Janet Jackson. I think it was in the 90s, where you know how what is it? The pursuits, like the chases. They used to be 100% live, and a guy was in pursuit, and he got off his car and he shot himself
I remember watching that.
on live TV.
You watched that?
I watched that shit live, and that fucked me up because number one, he had a dog with him, and he let that fucking dog in the truck. If I'm not mistaken, the truck caught on fire.
Oh my God.
So then he runs, and I see him grab the shotgun. He runs over to like the center medium, and then he fucking blows his brains out.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? So there probably should be stuff because I don't remember how old I was, but I just remember like, oh shit, I just saw someone shot themselves live on TV.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's crazy. And there was one more back, I think in the 70s. It was a politician.
Oh, I remember that one. That one was cool. I seen that one on rotten.com.
He's like, ah!
That was a good one, dude. That was a good one. I guess he pull it up to see what this guy was.
Please, Amber.
What do you mean?
Jeez.
He was?
What his name was.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I don't say please.
Please
What an asshole.
pull it up.
Just because you're on payroll doesn't mean you can't be nice, dude. The fuck?
I don't even get paid for
Oh, damn. Where's my sound effect? Yeah, I don't play none of my people either. You know what? I pay them in beer.
There we go.
Yeah.
I pay you in foot massages, back rubs.
Oh, shit.
What else do I do? That's it.
About it. Takes out the trash.
Take out the
Oh,
trash.
you wash our clothes. Okay.
I wash your clothes sometimes. You did it this week, so you're fine.
I can imagine Gail be putting in the wrong colors with the wrong things and fucking up your whites.
Oh my God.
Don't even get her
Let
started.
me say right
All the
now.
time.
Don't
huh?
get her started,
I'm gonna
dude.
type and talking. at the same time.
Yeah.
The first time, one of the times that we went to, because he usually washes at the laundromat, and then I was like, well, let's just go to my mom's. Like, to me, it was easy. And he was like, okay, and we went to my mom's, and then my mom went into like the laundry room to see like, oh, this is how you turn it on and everything, and she just saw him like literally just grabbing like whites,
throwing
with,
stuff
like,
in.
just throwing things in there, like not sorting. And then she didn't tell him anything, but later on she came and she's like, I just want to let you know that he wasn't sorting anything. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, that's all right. Just as long as I don't have to do it.
Damn. Good job, Amber. Just rolling over like fuck it.
We don't really wear white.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or
most of our
black.
clothes is dark.
And blue, dark blue. That's it. Black and blue, like my eyes, if I don't fold the clothes correctly. Did you find it? No.
No.
News anchor shoot. No, it's himself, and it's not a news anchor. He's a
Politician?
He's a politician. Yes.
I knew that these phones and live stuff was going to be crazy evil. In the beginning, when Facebook Live started happening, when it first launched, I remember this fucking, I think it was a girl, maybe a dude. She hung herself live.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
And I remember watching that, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
You're watching it?
When I watched it, because it obviously people recorded it and
Yeah.
fucking
Oh.
got re-aired. But
I remember seeing 9/11 live.
but yeah, that was on TV. I remember watching that.
That's something that I seen that was like traumatic, because I can still, like, if I like think about it, I could still see it in my brain. I was getting ready to go to school, and we always would watch the news in the morning, my mom and I, while I was getting ready, and we're like, what the heck is happening? We're watching Channel 5.
I worked in retail for many years, and at that point, I was working at Circuit City in Compton, and that thing was on the TV. I just remember watching the people jump to their death.
Yeah,
when that thing
I
happened.
remember that. I remember seeing them.
And I just remember thinking, like, dude, what? There is no other alternative. like this is the only way out is by jumping and killing yourself.
Yeah, because they didn't want to burn alive.
Or
That's crazy.
Or the building was on fire. And people were jumping.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy, dude. I just remember watching that, like, oh my god, like.
I remember that. That's crazy. This is him, I think.
Dwyer
was elected state treasurer in 1980, the first of 2 terms running the state's finances. It was his second term, though, that spelled the beginning of troubles for the 47-year-old veteran politician. Last May, the state treasurer and former Republican state chairman Robert Asher were indicted in what became known as the CTA bribery scandal. After a trial that lasted over a month, both men were found guilty in December for their role in a kickback scheme involving the awarding of a $4.6 million contract to a California computer company. In return, the two received promises of $300,000 in kickbacks, but no money ever exchanged hands. Dwyer was scheduled to be sentenced tomorrow in federal court in Williamsport, where the trial took place. He faced up to 55 years in prison for his conviction on charges of conspiracy to commit bribery.
They're not going to show it.
Boo!
But he shoots himself.
Whack.
Wait, they're in the court?
Yeah, on live TV.
Damn.
He pulls out a revolver out of like a manila folder, dude. How gangster is that?
How did he know? I mean, I guess back then they didn't have fucking metal detectors.
A manila folder, dude.
I feel like metal detectors and the enforcement like of things like that happened after 9/11.
Puts the barrel in his mouth and boom. That was the first time I've ever seen anybody do that to themselves.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he, in the video, dude, it looks like his like head deflates or inflates.
Implodes?
No, like it looked like a balloon, like his head was like a balloon and just water coming out of it. I felt like his brain was just like closing in on itself because of the amount of blood that was like coming out of his mouth.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
gnarly.
It was crazy. I was like 9 years old watching this thing on Rotten.com.
Rotten.com was yeah, dude.
You remember that one?
Was there one other big one from that, or is that the main one?
There was Rotten.com and something gore.
Oh, Faces of Death.
Oh,
that was
I don't remember that one.
That was a
I
triple OG
remember
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see all the fucking gnarly shit.
That was like one of the first websites that I was like, oh, this is cool. I was like 10 years old looking at that.
Was
stuff.
Faces of Death seeing people like have like not near death experiences, but it was like a video, like a compilation, or was
it was just like different things on there, like all kinds of people
I remember
dying.
seeing
different categories,
like a compilation, like a movie that like went around, and it was like freaking 10 minutes of just people dying.
That was just the best of.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
The best of 98. Oh yeah.
That's crazy. I can definitely see how things have like changed and evolved, and like what you can say and what you can't and what you can do and what you can't and things like that. But do you feel like you being in the industry like pre-phone, right? Before, what does it say? Like before Jesus?
Yeah.
BC? Before pre-phone and then now after, like are there things that are like difficult for you to do now or to produce like a certain show or anything like that where you're like thinking like, oh, I shouldn't do this because people are gonna get mad, or oh, I shouldn't do this because people are gonna like, I don't know, flip out or whatever it is.
I mean, as far as the live shows are concerned, no, because I mean, every live show I've ever done is always aimed for anyone who wants to attend who likes music. I mean, that was never ever a thing where anyone could be offended, you know, other than people getting into fights or whatever other stupid bullshit that people create. But as far as the show is concerned, like that's all been the same across the board. I mean, the podcast has changed, you know. We came at a different mindset when we first started 2010. It was a different time in that world. Now it's completely different from then. So, I mean, I've also grown, changed.
Has the algorithm on YouTube changed?
That thing is ever changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is always. Once you think you master it, something else is fucking come around and change it around.
Were you on YouTube when Pix came out? Or have you always been on YouTube?
No, it's taken me a few years.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I got into YouTube, but when I first started, I was using Ustream.
Whoa.
Because K-Rock was using that. And I'm like,
Oh, really?
I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. And it was free at the time.
Oh.
So we were streaming our stuff on Ustream, and that's how it really, really first started. And then eventually I went to YouTube. I can't remember the math on this, but eventually we simultaneously stream across all major light platforms, and including Instagram now.
I remember seeing, because I was super into psychobilly, and I remember
Go psycho.
I was like on YouTube, and that's how I first came across Pigzradio.
What?
Was years ago, dude. Like years ago, when I was just looking up psychobilly videos, and there were, because he used to do interviews at Cyclone. At Cyclone?
Yeah.
Like on site?
Yeah.
At Cyclone,
Yeah.
Long Beach?
Yes.
That was wild, because I seen those, because I was looking, what did I miss this weekend? Or, what events, what can I see that's live? And it was Pigzradio. That was years ago. That was even before I got into podcasting, before I even got into anything. Seeing that, I was like, this is freaking cool. People do this? This is crazy.
Those were wild parties. Those were wild times. This is when things are kind of fucking turning around a little bit and definitely start changing. We had an interview with the Rhythm Shakers on one of those episodes, and I had one co-host giving the other co-host a fucking hand job while doing
God,
live interviews. Yeah, there was good times, man. We had, I can't remember every single time, but we got rooms. They would give us rooms to go broadcast, and they will send us the bands. And we would interview the bands, kind of like something similar to this. I mean, without the lighting and shit, but have the bands come out and fucking set up the shop and fucking do interviews.
That's wild, dude.
I think we were doing them live. I don't recall, but yeah.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that now.
You can't do no more hand jobs on.
I mean, that's just still
YouTube.
legal. I mean, no one's trimming on the hand job part. But yeah, I mean, it definitely a lot of things have changed. I don't think we do as much crazy. I definitely switched focus and did really dive more into the music stuff. I mean, I want to go back into my stories. We used to tell a lot of just weird, stupid, fucking dumb stories that people do. Mainly out of fucking Florida, because Florida's America's butthole, and no one likes Florida, and they do weird fucking shit. And so yeah, most of those videos come from out there, but yeah, there's a lot of dumb people out there that we can make fun of.
And just to give everyone perspective, Mario has his studio, and it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, you guys need to check it out. Pig
cool.
Studios, pigs with a hard Z.
That's really cool. Did that take you a long time?
That is my third version of Pig Studios. We first started in my living room and on the couch. And then we would have like acoustics setups. And then as time went on, we went into bands. And then we moved the studio to my granny's house. And I was there for a handful of years. And then eventually couldn't do it there anymore. And landed where the studio's at now, version 3.0. And, from day one there to now, like it's definitely changed and upgraded. And yeah, it's a ever so labor of love.
I nerd out every time I go there, dude.
I think I've been there once.
No, I've
Twice.
been there like 3 times.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've been there 3 times.
Okay, I don't do math fast.
Was it 3 times?
Yeah, because it was one time with us together, and then when you did the competition,
Yep.
and then when
Which
you
I
went
won,
on
by the way.
Oh, that's right. You had all the Gildanites called in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you went by yourself. Yeah.
Then when I went by myself. 3
Oh, okay,
times.
okay, 3 times. Yeah.
Come on.
That math checks out.
Come on, dude. 3 times I nerded out because I love it when, and I really appreciate it when people come into this space and they're like, oh, they check it out. Oh, this is thing.
That's a fucking cool studio, dude. I like.
It's rad.
You got the right lighting here. Fucking, it's legit. I like it. First when I walked in, I thought I was being suckered to do fucking film some weird porn shit. And then Gil locks the door, and I got scared for a minute. Like, dude, I'm not touching your fucking peepees right now. Like, I did not sign up for this. And it has a very porny vibe to it.
That's the outro, Mario.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mario, if you didn't touch it in TJ, what makes you think you're gonna touch it in California?
I mean, I don't want to touch it, Gil. Like, definitely don't. I wasn't even thinking about it. God damn.
That's why he wine and dined you, Gil.
I know, dude.
Yeah, you're
The
supposed to
fanciest-
touch it.
I
the
thought about
fanciest
it.
Restaurant.
I thought about it. I was like, does what does he want?
Like that he put out.
I know, dude. Like, what does he want from me?
Trust me, if I don't think with Gil, I'm sure if anyone wants it, they can just fucking take it from him. I don't think he's fighting anyone off.
No, he's not.
You got a point. You got a point. But dude, every time I go there, it's fucking amazing. It's
Thanks,
super
man.
cool.
Thank you.
It's like that's somewhere like just the setup and just it's beautiful. Looks great. You guys got to check it out. Pigzradio. I'll put the link down in the show description.
What a hard Z.
It is amazing, just everything. And we were talking shop the whole time
yeah.
we were there, right? Audio, different cameras,
we're
different
definitely
microphones.
nerding out, yeah.
The whole ride over there. But it's cool because you don't get to do, maybe at least for me, there's not that many people that I can share that type of experience with, and it was refreshing to talk. And you've been doing this for a long time, so it was cool to get your feedback, how you started things, the do's and don'ts, and just trial and error. Because that's basically from this what I've encountered and what I found out about doing something like this. It's a lot of trial and error and what works for you and what doesn't.
1000%. There's not like an actual handbook, hey, fucking do this and become a podcast. I mean, maybe there is. Now there's school. Now there's people teaching this shit.
Dude, isn't that fucking wild? There's colleges out there with college classes about podcasting. Isn't that crazy?
DJ college.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's a college for DJs?
Clown college.
Yeah. Clown college. That's always been there. That's always been there. Yeah, I'm self-taught. I just figured like, all right, this is what I want to do. What do I need to accomplish that? Cool. Let's start checking the boxes.
Yeah.
And that's how it all kind of really started. So, I obviously I'm there at the studio. I'm the one who's been there from day one and built the whole motherfucker. I lose sight of what I have sometimes, not because like, oh, I got whatever. I'm there. I'm living in that particular moment. So I've had 2 people who actually did freak out, and I just was like, oh, fuck. They're freaking out. Everyone who walks in freaks out. They all trip out. Like, what the fuck? I got a lot of shit going on in both of the rooms. But 2 people. One was Clive from When in Rome. For anyone who knows When in Rome, The Promise, crazy 80s fucking hit. He came down and he sung in the studio, and he like nerded the fuck out. That was cool. Second, well, you know what? My first and all top one would have to be Lightning. He was the producer of the Kevin and Bean show. He came down. I do another podcast called the Westcoast Poplock Podcast with Super Steve and that dude Johnny C. Live on Tuesdays, #1 Live Tuesday podcast. And we had Lightning come down one day. And Lightning is fucking the producer of all producers, man. Like that motherfucker is he's something else. Someone I looked up to while being at radio school, knowing who all these people are, producer, fucking learning what they do. Like, God damn, that's the dude that like makes this shit happen. He has ideas. You give him ideas, whatever the fuck he executes well, sounds and looks great. He gets the job done. Fucking producer, So he came down one day to the studio and he's just like, he's asking me a shit ton of questions. And I'm just nerding out that he's there. I'm fanboying out that he's there, and he's over here trying to talk shot to me. I'm like, yeah, like blah blah blah, like
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the like coolest fucking vibes. Once again, everyone fucking flips out, but that was the one that really got me like, oh shit, Lightning likes my shit. So fucking cool. So, secret hidden studio in Compton.
There we go.
Hey, does anybody ever like, oh, Compton?
Everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
Don't worry, we get that about the city that we're in, too.
Chino, really? Is it bad out here?
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
No.
I think just because it's far, just like what you texted me before getting over here, you're like, you're
Bruh, this is
you're far.
This was an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to go visit friends that I have that live in Drupa Valley. I don't visit them that often because that motherfucker is far too. And I think it's about the same hour and a half, say hour 45.
Yeah, but I think, Gil, the people's reaction to here to Compton is completely different. Because, like, when I would go anywhere and people would be like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, Paramount. Where's Paramount? And I'd be like, next to Long Beach. Oh, okay. And then I'd be like, next to Compton. Compton? Oh, next to Compton? And I'm like, yeah, I get tacos there once a week. I go, like, but I guess that's why I was asking, like, if people are like, oh.
There's a lot of people who do come down. I've had a lot of bands from many different states throughout the years, and they're like, oh, shit, we're going to Compton. So they'll like, there's some bands who've come in while on tour. They'll stop by the studio and we'll have a conversation. We'll have a live performance, and they'll go check out Compton.
That's cool.
Or sometimes there's enough time, we'll go eat. And I'll take them to the fucking nighttime fucking taco spots.
Hell yeah, dude! Right there on Atlantic Boulevard. Is it?
You said somewhere else, huh?
Yeah,
you told us the other day.
There's a bomb ass spot with amazing buche and pastor right here off of what street is that? It's Alameda, kind of close to Imperial. There's a few streets over. It's a little liquor store called Mercado.
It's a liquor store?
Yeah, it's a liquor store. So this place is they just post up. So they post up after 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
You're like the liquor store.
I know. Inside
Sol Mercado de Sol, Sun Mini Mart or some shit like that.
Inside the liquor store?
We had
no, outside of the liquor store, but in the parking lot.
My mom, one of my mom's stepsisters, they live like in San Quintin, right? So Baja.
Okay.
And one of her sons, it was the first time he had ever, like, he had just gotten his visa. So it was the first time he had ever came into the United States, and they stayed right there with my mom for a couple days. And she said that on the second day there that he like went and he told his mom to tell my mom that was it possible for them to take him into Compton, that he wanted to drive around Compton and go take a picture in the Compton sign.
Everyone who comes, once again, any out-of-towner, they want to go see what people are rapping about, people are talking about. Like, it's a crazy, it's a landmark. People who come to California, they want to know.
That's me in front of the courthouse.
I'm surprised you weren't like behind bars at the courthouse.
I was at
That's what I told them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was at the Compton courthouse earlier today.
Why don't you show your camera?
There was a...
Right, show my camera.
Hold on.
Oh, there you are.
That was me.
But there's some like mystique and something about it, like you said, because he's into rap and he's into all of that he was like, oh my God, I wanna. And then my mom's like, okay, yeah, I'll take you. And she's like, yeah, we parked, and then he's all jaywalking to get to the sign, and he was all like, excited. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
I had a band from Spain. They came down recently. Sindicato Vertical, and they were all about it, like, oh, Compton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they came. I mean, they've been here before, but they were excited to come back, and they were talking about just the excitement about being in Compton. I'm like, shit, dude.
You know where hotel is? It the Cecil Hotel?
Yeah, in LA.
In downtown LA. So I had like a podcaster friend that I met over the internet during the pandemic, and
this already sounds bad.
Yeah. So it was horrible. I felt really bad after this situation. So he came down, we did the podcast, and he's from Connecticut. So he was doing like a road trip, and he was like, oh, I'll go down there, we'll do your podcast, we'll do it live, and then we'll go get Korean barbecue. This guy was talking about Korean barbecue the whole time, right? Because I don't know if they have Korean barbecues.
It's delicious.
In Connecticut. But we did the podcast. We took a lift out to downtown LA, went to the barbecue spot, we ate, and he was asking me, hey dude, we're in downtown LA, like is there any cool things that we can see? And I was like, fuck dude, I rarely hang out.
Oh man, you should have taken him to the Bruce Lee fucking statue. You could have taken him to the fucking 6th Street Bridge. You could have taken him to Hollywood.
You know where I took him?
Home.
I took him to the Cecil Hotel. But
did you go fuck?
But we walked there, and
okay,
I didn't know. I guess that's like in the heart of
Like Skid Row.
Skid
You
Row.
have to go through Skid Row to
So
get
I took him through Skid Row, and I'm telling you, this guy is tall. He's like 6 something. He looked so freaking scared walking through Skid Row.
I can imagine your face.
I felt so bad. I couldn't look scared in front of this guy because I was leading him.
He was a tour guide.
I was a tour guide, dude.
I cannot imagine that Gil's over here shitting in his fucking pants still, like walking through fucking Skid Row.
It's like, it's okay. Look at that man. Don't make any eye contact. When you told me where you, and I was like, why? Like, there's so many places. And he's like, I don't know.
It sounds like you made bad decision without Amber being around.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's more fun.
It's more fun.
It's more fun. We had fun. We're walking.
I'm a hall monitor.
It's fine.
I'm a hall monitor.
Don't do this.
I'll
Don't do that. Put your hands. Don't touch anything. Wash your hands. No.
Sometimes you need that. Gil, go wash your hands.
I go straight into things.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's yeah. I'm a hall monitor for sure.
Yeah.
I follow the rules.
Good job.
It's a good balance because I'm unhinged. There's some times where I'm unhinged, or I just get super paranoid, or there's a certain level to me to where Amber balances me out, dude.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
You were me, Mario.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I was you. And Mario was me in that situation. Where I was just like, don't do this. Don't do that.
Gil was like having a fucking almost panic attack, and I was just like, dude, chill the fuck out. You're like killing my buzz right now. Because we're sitting around, we're fucking drinking and smoking, and then here comes some cops. Like, okay, like we're in my car, dude. Like my tint is window, like it's just like limo as fuck. You can't see inside of it. So I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking stressing. And this like, oh my God, they're right there. Oh my God, they're right there. Oh my God, they're right there. Oh my God, they're not moving. Like, dude, like. Relax, bro. I just ignored him. Like, dude, just go to sleep. Like, relax, dude.
You're like, they left 10 minutes ago. And I was like, no, they're waiting. I can see the lights.
Like, he was like, I can see the lights. And mind you, they were probably at least a good block away from us. Like, the block wasn't broken up, but it was just like a long stretch of fucking cement. Because it was like literally we had to park around the corner from the auditorium. But it was just like on that same block that we were on.
That was wild.
That's funny.
My heart sunk into my asshole. And
he was about to call Amber, like, oh my Amber.
I was gonna text her, hey dude, I don't know about this guy. Have somebody come pick me up, dude.
Yeah, you little bitch.
I know.
See, did anything happen though?
No, we were fine.
See?
I had a great time. You touched somebody's blood.
Oh, I was about to say, whoa, I didn't touch anything. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
dude,
I seen that video.
The wrestling match was the lucha out there was freaking amazing, dude. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fucking good times. Crash, they're on once a month in Friday. Tijuana, I can't pronounce the fucking auditorium, something Juarez or I forget the fuck, but.
And while we were chilling out right there, while I was having a panic attack and freaking out, we were watching SmackDown. We were watching wrestling, dude.
Yeah, we were. Well, I mean, there was I needed to figure out what was going on fucking SmackDown. So we had time to kill. We were fucking drinking and fucking hanging out and shit. Like, hey, man.
See, and you guys were worried you wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Wrestling?
You guys were nerds.
Wrestling? Yeah,
I wasn't worried about not having to talk about. I was more worried of him being a fucking weirdo. that was my main concern.
You're like, dang, what's gonna happen if I have to kick him out of my car?
Yeah, like it's gonna be weird if I come home without him. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Like, no, he was a weirdo, dude. Like, fuck that. Like, I'm not coming home with him.
I had my passport.
Good.
Yeah,
I reminded you like 5 times about it. Just make sure.
Dude, you freaked me out even then too. The paranoia started like hours before we even got into TJ.
Well, once again, Gail doesn't like to reply. I had texted him like the day before, like, hey, like at 9:00. Hey, can you be at my pad at like 9:30? Nothing. And then this fucking crazy guy texts me at 4 a.m. Like no one's asleep at 4 a.m. other than fucking crackheads doing crack. And he texts me like, hey, yes. And I'm like, oh, great. And then I just went back to sleep until it was time to get up. Which I still think I got up at 6.
I thought I almost lost my wallet in San Diego too.
Yeah, I was ready to leave your ass there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, oh my God, my wallet. Like, whoops, sorry, dude. I'm not going back. Like, you just fucked up. Figure it out now.
I was like, no, I had it.
Mario, that's every day of our lives.
Where's my wallet?
My wallet. Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet?
But in this part of your day of your life, you're not going into fucking Tijuana where you need your wallet to get back over.
Yeah, but
I mean, you would have got Amber. You probably would have got a call. Amber, he left me. I don't have my ID, and you had to go pick him up.
Yeah. Well, my parents were out there, so he was good.
But do you have to wait? You have to wait to. They were already over. Oh no. Well, maybe because you said they left before us.
Yeah.
So maybe
they left after.
Oh, they left after. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you would have been saved by them.
Yeah.
Maybe. Amber, come pick me up. I'm over here. I'm by the taco spot right here. Yeah.
No, it was a good time though. Good time.
It was awesome, dude. It was awesome, and it was cool to talk about wrestling. You stopped wrestling when I started watching wrestling. That was a wild one too.
Yeah, I stopped when the whole Rocky Maivia stuff happened on the WWE, and I didn't watch during the Attitude Era at all. And I stopped watching for many fucking years, and then I started really liking like independent shows. That got me kind of back into it a little bit. I don't know how I got going to independent shows. Or, you know what? I take it back. I've been my dad's caretaker for a handful of years, and my old man's fucking been sick for a long time. And he was in the hospital for a bit, and I remember getting him. He's always been a wrestling fan. He doesn't understand the fucking stories that are going on, but I guess at any point you can just watch and pick up right wherever it is that they're at. So I ended up getting him the WWE Network, and then I would be at the hospital with him, and I would just be watching wrestling. And I started watching. I got fucking bit by the bug at that point. So when he got better, the first thing I did, as soon as one of those wrestling things came around town, like, hey man, like I got you tickets. Let's go to Raw. So I went to Raw, and I saw his face fucking light up, and I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. I'd taken him to a few different ones. He didn't like the live one. Like, nah, this isn't as cool as the fucking TV. I'm like, okay.
Oh, really?
My bad, bro. I can't. Okay, only Teveli's fucking wrestling events for you. The other cool one that I remember going that wasn't televised, PCW out in Wilmington. They had a Mil Máscaras fucking meet and greet.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I took my dad to the fucking to the show, and we got to meet Mil Máscaras.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I got a picture of that.
I feel like watching.
You got pictures everywhere with wrestlers everywhere in your studio.
Not only wrestlers, but band people too.
Okay, band people too, and wrestlers.
I was gonna say that I feel like your dad. You saying that your dad didn't like it like live. Like when I see people go to like the like the what are we now, WWF or whatever,
WWE,
whatever, WWE. When I see them go like in person, I just think like, dang, I wouldn't be able to see shit. Like, because wherever you're at, right, especially like the big stadiums. And I also feel like watching on TV, they cut you to whatever's happening and like the things. And it's just like more condensed versus being in person. Like, I don't know.
I mean, there's definitely two different vibes. And it also depends on where you're going, because every wrestling show is different. I mean, there's wrestling and there's lucha libre. Yeah. And there are completely different styles.
I like lucha.
And even within Mexican wrestling and regular wrestling, there's still subgenres and there's different styles of that style of wrestling. So there's all kinds of things happening. So definitely when you go live, it's a different element. I mean, you feel the slam sometimes off that mat. You hear it. The energy from the crowd is something else. I've only seen wrestling here in Nevada and TJ, and the TJ is always a fucking different vibe. And it's not a crazy big arena. I went to WrestleMania, and that was cool. It's WrestleMania level energy in that small fucking dome. To me, when Penta fucking goes to fucking TJ, he is like the unsung hero there. People lose their fucking shit for Penta out there.
And Penta's he's a lucha?
He's famous luchador out of Mexico City, I believe, and brother Phoenix. They tag team partners for the Lucha Bros. They have a shop or had a shop out here in Pasadena. I think they're being relocated now, but Republic of Lucha is their store.
Oh, I think that's what you were talking about, right? Yeah. They had a shop in Pasadena.
Yeah. And with all the crazy shit that I've done through because of the podcast and me learning how to switch cameras and stuff like that, I end up getting hit up by Dirty Ron McDonald out of San Diego. I did an interview with him once via Skype, and he's like, "Hey man, I like what you do. Can you do this for a live wrestling show?" I'm like, "Fuck, I guess." And I started filming with him, and then before I knew it, I started doing other productions, filming other wrestling shows. I filmed from Comptomania. I was producer, production manager, co-showrunner for the Lucha Vavoom for about 2 years. I would help with that whole show and run the production and screens and shit. So
That's cool.
I've been filming wrestling for a little bit now.
And you have you ready to wrap this up?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good?
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
that up, please.
But I kind of want you to talk about your new venture here, your new show. If Amber can get that
Yeah, she's getting
on the screen. Tell us about Lucha. What is it called?
Lucha Goth House.
Lucha
why
Goth
that
House, dude.
So this is a live variety show that has Lucha Libre. Obviously, it has goth elements. We got some bands, Miss Bourne and Second Divine. She has a song out with Boy Harsher. Very on the dark wave, post-punk vibes across the whole entire night. We have DJ Esser. We have a meet and greet, special meet and greet with Twin Tribes. So they're a super popular group within this gender of music. Plus Lucha Libre, and we have a live dark art performance happening between the matches.
Dark art. What is that?
Dark art. You know what, man? You're just gonna have to get a ticket and come down and check that shit out.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Oh.
Wait, what date is it?
Live dark art.
Dark art.
So yeah, the response online has been incredible. People are digging it. For all the goths out there who love goth and who love lucha, fucking,
There's nothing like this, dude. This is when you were talking about this. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is crazy. This is crazy. But the response is good, right?
Yeah, tickets are selling. Comments are flying. We're still getting a lot of likes online. It's looking amazing. And there's only going to be more promotion coming out, more videos coming out, promo videos very, very soon. I mean, we just announced, tickets went on sale the day we went to DJ. So just last Friday, championship that we're introducing.
Whoa.
So I'm excited for that.
Oh, my God. So the first time I held like an actual like not a replica belt from the WWE,
Sure.
but I interviewed Adrian Luna, which he does the roast battle tournament at the Ontario Improv for comedy.
Sure.
And they have a roast tournament, and this motherfucker brought in the belts, dude. You have no idea how I felt holding a wrestling. It wasn't even a wrestling belt; it was a comedy belt, but
Like a fucking champ, right?
it was an actual belt, and these
Yeah.
things are freaking amazing, dude.
Yeah, so we're
They're fun.
gonna be introducing it soon. You're gonna start seeing it pop up in little places here and there.
Oh,
So just got it in. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good times.
you're gonna go, Amber? Can we
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Are you
without
gonna go, Amber? Jeez.
go? Can we go?
You guys can go if you guys want. You guys can pick up tickets on Dice. You guys can go to m81presents.com. Get your tickets now available. There's GA, there's VIP, and there's a handful of booths left still.
Dang.
So get your
That's
booths.
right.
The booths comes with 4 tickets, so it seats 4 comfortably.
Oh,
Your
So-
boobs or booths?
Booths.
Okay, got
Boobs.
it. I was
Bring your
grab my
boobs too.
So like,
yeah.
alright.
Boobs,
I'll
boobs
bring-
are always
I'll bring
welcome.
the fake ones.
Bring them all. There's gonna be also food and merch vendors. It's gonna be a good time. So yeah, so there's live entertainment, live bands, live variety show with dark arts,
Oh.
lucha libre. There's gonna be DJs. They're gonna have the meet and greet. So and vendors, food vendors and merch vendors. So it's gonna be a good time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very
I'm
cool.
excited, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing like a commentary? Would you ever do like luchador commentary?
I don't think I have the chops for it.
No?
I don't think I can
It's a
be that
different
fast.
thing, huh?
I mean, my brain doesn't work like that fast. I can barely talk now and that'll fucking shit up. And they're reciting like move after move and commentating on sports.
Yeah.
It's an art, man. It's fucking crazy beautiful. And when you can get really good fucking color commentator and a play-by-play, fuck,
Yeah.
it's good shit.
Yeah, it brings it alive, dude. Did they have that in TJ? No, huh?
Nothing that we
I
could
didn't
hear.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, no.
No, their work commentators, but they're the whole time they're filming. That's what that stuff's for. So typically in wrestling events, you don't hear the commentators.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So nobody can hear it in the
Typically
stadium?
not. No. But this show is not like any other wrestling show.
Oh.
So you guys need to come out and check it out. Come support. Get your tickets. M81 presents. Pick it up on Dice. Lucha Goth House.
Lucha Goth House.
18 and over. June 23rd at Don Quixote in East LA.
Nice.
So get there early. There's a parking lot right next door that you guys can park into. So it's good shit.
That's what I'm looking for, convenient parking.
Yep. Get there early enough, and there is good little amount of convenient parking right next to the venue.
Hell yeah. Mario, thanks for coming out and doing
Absolutely,
the podcast, man.
Thanks for the invite.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sir, go ahead and tell us where we can find you and what you got coming up.
M81presents.com is for all the different tickets. This Saturday, if you're still in town for Memorial Day weekend and you love 80s and Morrissey, come celebrate our Lord and Savior's birthday, celebrating his 65th birthday. Morrissey tracks all night long. That's at Mal's Bar, 18 and over. We have the Lucha Goth House, June 23rd. Don Quixote, get your tickets for that, 18 and over. We're also doing a unofficial Twin Tribes after party. They are playing the Novo downtown LA, so come out to the after party at Mal's Bar. That's going to be on June 22nd. Mal's Bar, get your tickets at m81presents.com. And there's just going to be more shit coming out. I mean, the Moz Disco every second Saturday at Mal's. We haven't put out a flyer for that. And I am hitting the road. I'm also been tour managing lately. So I put on my first ever tour at the beginning of the year. So it looks like I'm hitting the road back. So it looks like I'll be hitting Fresno and Vegas coming up in August, and it's going to be the return of Gothoween. So I'm excited for that. So that's going to be a little mini goth fest happening with about 10 different bands.
Dang, when do you sleep, Mario?
Never sleep. There's no rest for the wicked.
Hey, what is he wearing?
Whoa.
He's wearing a leather jockstrap with studs on it.
Oh,
Got it.
is that his?
Plague Black.
All right.
I need one of those.
He was last year's headliner, so it was a good time.
Awesome.
That's cool.
I want to get one of those.
Get it.
Let me know where I can find something like that. Can you ask him?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll ask for a friend.
I'm sure Mario owns something in that realm.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Mario, thanks for coming out and doing the podcast. All the links to Mario's stuff are going to be down in the show description if you're watching on YouTube. Comment, subscribe, do all that cool stuff.
Do it.
If you're listening to this on Spotify, go ahead and follow us and rate us 5 stars on this one. Appreciate it. Anything else, dude?
No, man. Thanks for inviting, and I'm glad I'm out here doing this thing. It's really cool, man. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
Got
you.
it. Thank you.
The Mind Buzz Podcast.